Now we're keeping an eye on the tropics. This is Index 97. You can see it had a big burst of showers and storms through the morning and afternoon today, and it's hanging out right near the Dominican Republic. Not necessarily really organized, but it is trying. Now it's got a couple obstacles ahead of it, one of those being the big mountains of the Dominican Republic and part of Haiti. There you can see a split and the showers and storms are running nearby. So this definitely has an influence on the system today. It's going to travel across Cuba tomorrow, and then by Saturday night it's emerging out over the southeastern Gulf. But we still have quite a bit of uncertainty on where exactly it's going to move into the Gulf and what it's going to look like. And that's not unusual for a system that's unorganized and moving out over the islands. So as we go through this weekend, we do think Saturday into Sunday into Monday, it's going to be somewhere in the eastern Gulf, making a turn up to the north. So certainly could have impacts in Florida through this weekend and especially into early next week. Our GFS and our European models, they're not really in agreement on exactly how this is going to play out. Once again, not terribly shocking there because the system really isn't organized yet, but they do at least show a similar scenario on that it's going to be in the eastern Gulf. They just differ on the intensity of this thing. Now let's fast forward into Monday. This is when they start to pull apart on what they think is going to happen. The European model has actually been trending further to the west here. The American model is doing the opposite. So they basically have flipped at this point from yesterday. And the American model now has it kind of lingering a few days, and then boy, look at this, zoop, and that is a hard forecast because you're talking about a model split of thousands of miles at one point, and so the uncertainty in this is quite high. Now we are for sure it's going to be moving over Cuba today and tomorrow, or into tomorrow. It's riding around the ridge. The ridge though breaks down into Sunday and Monday. That's why this thing is going to get turned to the north. Now here's where the problems really get going into next week. The ridge starts to build back in, and this means the atmospheric winds are going to really relax, and that means whatever there is going to get hung up, and that's why you have such a wide split in the models into early and mid next week. So unfortunately, this may not be one of those where you're tracking it for a couple days and it's gone. This thing may linger somewhere around Florida, the northern Gulf, or maybe off the east coast here for several days next week. One thing for sure, Florida is the hot spot right now for all the rain, but we're going to keep an eye on it until it's gone. There's a lot of questions right now. Development still possible this weekend in the eastern Gulf. The exact path is certainly unclear, and we will not know for sure until it actually forms. And then we're watching for that stalling effect next week. You need to check back daily, and please do be checking back as you go through the weekend. I don't want you to go through the weekend without checking the forecast here, and at least check it once a day, but twice and even 4 times a day is always a good